my family members sexually assaulted me when I was a little kid. Um, Welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm not gonna do an intro, none of that right now. I'm not gonna do anything like that right now. I know, like, I told everyone that I'm finna do like funny skits, pranks, IRL stuff, a few gaming stuff. I told everyone I was gonna do a lot of stuff like that. I'm still gonna do it, all that stuff. But I want to use my platform to speak out on some topics, speak out, help others, give people confidence to speak about some of the stuff they want to speak out. And what made me want to do that is I posted a couple things on Snapchat talking about how I've been dealing with depression for the past like 3 or 4 months. And how I've been like ready to end it, to give it all, like end it off. I have attempted it a couple of times. And me like posting those things and talking about it, it gave people life. It gave people joy. Not saying like they want me like me depressed or anything, but it gave people like joy, and that I spoke about it, so it gave them confidence to speak about it, gave them love. It was a lot of people showing me love and all that, and I love that, all y'all, for that. Thank you. That showed me love for that, for those things. I needed it. But a lot of people, it seems like it came to my attention that it seems like a lot of people. Y'all, why did I say it came to my attention? Like I use that wordplay. I don't use that shit. Let me stop. Back to the video. Are scared to speak about it. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. It seems like a lot of people are scared to speak about it. And it was this girl. I'm not gonna say who it was. Her specifically. She was like, she sent me a paragraph, like two paragraphs saying thank you. She was applauding me, thank you. She needed that. And then a couple other people, a guy, he was like, bro, you got confidence because you're a guy. It's like how guys are taught to like suck it up. Oh, no one gonna care about your feelings like that. You know how like you're a man, suck it up. You're not supposed to have feelings, whatever. So the dude, he was like, bro, thank you. I really needed that. I really need that. And he was like, bro, you know how it is around here. You know how tough it is to be a guy to have, like, to find someone to listen. And I'm like, bro, I know how it is. But it's people out here that relate to you. So you got to try to talk out. You got to try to speak. Don't hold it in. And I'm still learning that because I still hold in a lot of stuff. And he was thanking me and stuff like that. And a lot of people was like, they was applauding me for that. So I was like, damn, let me use I was like, it's like for laughing giggles, I got that. You know, I'm got that. I'm laughing giggles, so I got jokes. Jalen got jokes. Let me stop. But y'all know I got laughs and giggles and jokes, all that. I'm still doing those type of videos. I promise. I got y'all. I'm still doing them type videos. Right now, I'm gonna build my platform of helping others and helping people speak out, so they don't feel lonely. Trying to they don't feel sad and lonely. So they can have confidence to speak. Because there's people out here that relate to y'all. I promise that. I'd probably damn near relate to you. Fuck is you talking about? So I want to build my platform off that real quick. If that's cool with y'all, even if it's not, I'm still gonna do it. The way it goes. My depression comes off. First, it was coming off school too. I'm not gonna lie, school was like I graduated. School was taking a toll on my body. It was taking a toll on my mind, stressing me out. Then I have a lot of trauma. Like, I promise, I have a lot of trauma. It's this one trauma that I'm gonna talk about today. That's like, that ass was what, it's like a constant loop. It keeps me from eating. Sometimes it keeps me from eating. It keeps me from sleeping at night. It keeps me from having fun sometimes, smiling sometimes. I'm gonna talk about that today. I'm gonna talk about that in this video, and it seems like a lot of people relate to what happened to me. Even some people went through worse than I did, and that's saying something, you know. One of my family members sexually assaulted me when I was a little kid. Shit's sick, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. You know, it's in the past. I gotta grow from it. But, and I'm 18 now. So I'm like, for double-digit years, I've been constantly dreaming of this shit. Constantly thinking of this shit. Like, I could be like having fun with my friends, you know? Out of nowhere, the fucking flash is popping in my face saying, you know, fucking incident happened. Then it kills my whole mood. Then I'm like, I feel sick. I don't know what to, I feel trifling. I feel sick. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be around nobody. And so I put on, and I don't want, but I don't want to be that one dude that kills the whole vibe from everyone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody laughing and giggling, and then I'm that one dude. You good, Jalen? Yeah, bro, I'm good. Then kills the whole fun. So yeah, I know it's not good, but I'm gonna put a fake smile on for a little bit, then try to talk, you know what I'm saying? Maybe try to talk to someone later, with, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's not good, but still, I hate being that guy. This trauma of mine, family sexual assault is like a loop. I can't get rid of it. Like, I can't. It's been disappearing for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's been going. It's gonna disappear sooner or later. But I've been trying to force it for too long. That shit just gotta go on its own. So, at 7 or 8 years old, I forgot what age it was. For 7 to 8 years old. Oh, before I tell you about the thing, please don't ask me who the person was. I don't want to say who the person was. Please don't ask. I don't really want to talk about that part. I don't want to say. I'm not gonna say who the person was, who she or he was. So I'm gonna explain the whole story to y'all, but I'm gonna try to, like, not make sure I don't say the person name or say who or he or she was, because I have a few familiars in that's on my YouTube that's probably gonna it's gonna sit there and probably guess who it was, and I don't want none of that. Family members, please don't ask me who it was. I'm still not gonna tell y'all niggas. I'm gonna stop saying nigga. I'm gonna try to stop saying nigga. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it was. You know? Excluding that. I was 7 or 8 years old. I woke up from a nap. You know, when you wake up, you want to go get a drink, use the bathroom. So I gotta go to the kitchen. The bathroom was right next to the kitchen. Like, it was on the other side. I come down the stairs. The person is watching porn. As a 78-year-old, you're not. I'm like, I might be the only one. I don't know. At 78, I didn't know nothing about porn or sex or nothing. I didn't know nothing about that shit. I really didn't. I truly didn't. So when I went downstairs and I see this person watching porn, I'm like, it's a new thing to me. So I'm like, nosy as shit. trying to figure out what it was. And I'm sitting there just staring at it, watching it with him. Pause. Pause. I'm just watching it. And he don't even know, but I'm not knowing what the fuck is going on. Oh, it's my best friend. He was coming in. So for like 5 minutes, or like I don't know how long the video was on, the person didn't know I was behind him watching. So out of nowhere, he turned around. The person turned around. The person turned around. Then saw me. And then me and the person just had eye contact for a hot 2-3 minutes, just sitting there. And the person was like, "You seen that?" I was like, "Yeah, what is that?" And he was like, "Sex. It's called sex." I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, "What sex is?" Like I don't remember exactly what he was saying. He was like, "Sex is when two people like intimate." You know what I'm saying? Like come to one. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" Because I was back then. I was trying to be a good kid. I was always trying to be a good kid. I'm like, "Is that a good or bad thing?" He was like, "It's not bad." Oh, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. It's not bad. Cool." Then the person, like, we just awkwardly just stood there. Then the person was like, "You want to try it?" And this, bro, back then, 7, 8 years, I'm probably gonna get it anyway. Go 7, 8 years old. I didn't know what sexuality was. I didn't know what straight, gay. I didn't know none of that. None of it. I didn't know none of that. So the person was like, "You want to try it?" I was like, "With who?" And he was like, "You want to just try it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, I don't know what to say. Yeah, no, I didn't. Sure, you know. So he was like, "All right." Then the person was like, "All right." The person was like, "All right." Then we went, and the person took me upstairs. And I forgot what room we was in. I forgot what was in the room. I'm got my back, like I'm laying on the bed, and then out of nowhere, out of nowhere, my pants start coming down. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck is this? I don't know anything. Then like my drawers is down now. Then the person start taking their clothes off. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Then the person get on top of me. Now he got my wrist pinned to the bed. I feel this. The person put their whole private part, or I feel his private part. Oh my god. Okay, I feel the person private part on me. I don't know if he put it on me. I felt it. I'm like, this feel nasty. This feels sick. But I didn't say anything. I didn't think it was bad. So I was like, this feels sick. Then nothing got that far. After that, I just felt that person's private part on my stomach. Then we hear my brother, my little brother, I think the person probably thought it was my mom. We heard my little brother move and get up. So the person got off me. Started pulling his clothes on. He was like, hurry up, put your clothes on, put your clothes on, put your clothes on. I'm like, okay, we don't, like, why are we? I got my clothes on. I'm like, that was sick. That was like, that felt, something in my body was telling me that was wrong. Like, I was sick and dirty as shit. And I should have said no. But as a kid, when you got that feeling, you just like, fuck it. So then the person go back down to the stairs. The person didn't do anything, truly. So I'm thinking the person was still horny. Went back downstairs, got right back on porn. But he called my name. The person called my name. I come downstairs. He was like, how'd you like, the person was like, did you like it? How'd you feel? I was like, that felt trifling. It felt sick. It didn't feel right. My stomach don't feel right with that. Person was like, I probably didn't make it comfortable. I was like, no, that just felt sick. Like, no matter how that goes, that just felt trifling. He was like, oh. Then we just stared at each other again. He said, then the person asked me, would you want to try it again? I'm like, no. He was like, I was like, no, I don't like that. That was gross. That felt sick. He was like, oh, you don't like it sooner. Like, maybe when you're older. I was like, maybe. And went back upstairs. I went back upstairs. For the rest of the time, the rest of the day, I'm just sitting there all day, just thinking about what just happened. The person told me, I can't forget, the person told me never to tell my mom. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Here, cool. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So now the whole day, I'm like, thinking about it. I went to sleep. I'm uncomfortable now. Because all I'm picturing is what just happened. And I'm like, I can't sleep now. Now, until I was 11 or 12 years, until I was like 12 years old, until I learned all about that stuff, sexuality, sex, gay, you know what I'm saying? All that extra stuff. That's when I learned everything. I'm like, the person just sexually assaulted me. And I was a kid. I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like, well, am I wrong for saying yeah? But I'm like, no, I was a kid. I didn't know nothing. But I'm like, no, I'm sitting there like, and I remember I was at home and I was crying because I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm confused. And I learned about this stuff. I'm like, he sexually assaulted me. The person sexually assaulted me. And I'm like, that was fucking gross and trifling. And like, and that's been haunting for double-digit years now. It's been haunting. Like, it's been with me forever. I feel fucking sick out of my head. Even now. I sit there constantly, thinking like, was I wrong? Either way, the situation was wrong. Was I wrong to accept that? Like, and I'm thinking, if I had said no, what would have happened? That's just me overthinking at that point. That trauma, that incident, it has brought me to my lowest multiple times. I can't eat, drink, sleep. I tried to commit suicide for that situation. I just never 11 through 17, that thing disappeared. It came and go. I didn't say disappeared. It come and go. It came and gone, came and gone, came and gone. It just comes back out of nowhere. And I sit there and just dwell on it. Like, sitting there, I be sitting there looking at a wall like, I really just got sexually assaulted. Wow. What the fuck? And I used to be that type of kid and be like, why would that happen to me? That why at everybody in the world that happens to me, at everybody in the world that happened to me couldn't be like no way it happens to me. To this day, I have forgave the person. I don't even know if the person remember it. I had never confronted the person, and I never will. I'm taking this. It's gonna disappear. I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm not gonna force it though, but it's gonna disappear. I'm not gonna confront the person. I'm not gonna tell nobody who the person was. I forgave the person. Never forget it, but I forgave. And since I start finally forgiving, and I forgave myself. Most importantly, I forgave myself for it. And since I've been forgiving myself, I've been feeling better and happy. Don't get me wrong, I got other traumas I gotta fucking deal with. This life shit is hard. I don't know who told God to put the fucking difficulty on fucking legend, but whatever. Shit is hard as fuck. I be ready to quit, but I know that's not gonna help no one. It's not gonna help my best friend. It's not gonna help my mom. It's not gonna help my little brother. It's not gonna help my big brother. It's not gonna help no one. It's just, I used to harm myself a lot. I used to get knives, anything sharp and cut my body up. I had to learn to stop doing that dumb shit because that's not helping. It's not helping my mental pain, but now I got mental pain and physical pain. I'm like, I'm doing too much. So then, like, what else I cut myself. I stopped doing it. I used to break a lot of stuff. A lot of people, well, now sister generation made it seem like, sister generation, how this generation is. I don't think people thought I was like, I had so much trauma in my head. I don't think people knew about, I didn't tell nobody. Because I was always smiling and giggling and helping others that I should have helped myself. I didn't know how. But it was so easy to help everybody else out. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably after I, turn the video off, I probably finna probably sit on the floor, look at the fucking lights, and sit there and think about life the whole time. Sit there and probably concentrate on shit all day. Another reason why I'm changing my why I'm doing YouTube, because I feel better. I felt better talking about it. My favorite thing is to help others. My worst fear, my worst fear is someone committing suicide and I couldn't help them. Someone being in pain and I'm not knowing, or someone in pain and that I relate to the exact same story, but I didn't say anything, or I didn't say anything. Now the person feel alone. I don't want that. I know how mental. I know how depression feels. I know how anxiety feels. I know a lot of that. I know exactly how I feel. So I want to help everybody get out of that feel. I don't want to sit there and let somebody else feel what I'm feeling. If I know this feeling is fucking terrible, it's fucking sick. Another reason why I'm using my YouTube to talk about, like, I'm gonna talk about traumas, heart, like, relationship. I'm gonna talk about a lot of topics first, and I'm gonna still do the stuff, you know what I'm saying. But my mom, my best friend, I knew this guy I'm living with right now since 8th grade, and I just graduated high school with him. So was that like 5 years, 6 years, 5 6 years? They've been telling me, Jalen, bro, do you know you have a voice? Do you know people just like you for some reason? They just gravitate to you. Like, people just naturally just want to talk to you for some reason. I'm like, yeah, cool. Ignoring it truly. Like, it's going out here, it's going out another. It's like, Jalen, you don't know. Jalen, you could be a leader. People follow you. I'm like, and I truly didn't see none of that until a couple days ago. A little boy, he was like 8 or 9. I think he was 8. If I remember, he said he was 8. Out of nowhere, he was like, we was camping. It was Juneteenth. It was like a little camping thing in Georgia. So it was like a whole bunch of random people there. I just met a whole bunch of people with their kids, or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that. And I see this little boy sitting down. Everybody having fun. Everybody having fun, kicking we soccer at the moment. It was like little events and stuff like that. We was kicking. It was soccer. The little boy sitting down. I'm like, what's going on? Why ain't you going playing? He was like, I don't know. I'm just not in the mood. And I'm like, are you okay? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, bro, I'm way older than you, bro. I use that exact same line, bro. I use that exact same shit, bro. Stop the cap, bro. And it might be people that's actually fine. Don't get me wrong. So don't do that every time. I was like, bro, stop it, bro. You're not okay, bro. What's going on? I'm like, he probably just, in my head, I'm probably, he's finna just say, I'm fine. It's cool. And just go fake a smile and go play on the fucking little thing. Or go play soccer. The boy started opening it up. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, now I'm actually gotta listen. Cause I'll be damned if I want to talk to someone about some shit that's really going on and they're not paying attention or not giving me 100% attention. That would actually hurt my feelings and not even want to talk about nothing anymore with nobody. So I'm like, okay, go ahead and talk. The little boy, I ain't gonna say exact situation because that's dead ass wrong. I ain't never gonna say somebody's situation like that. The little boy started talking about how he lost some family members. He don't know family members. And I was with these kids for like 2 days. He was like, thank you. He was telling me, he was like, you're more of a big brother than I ever had. You was like the role model that I needed in my life. And I was like, I'm sorry that I couldn't be there. I couldn't be here earlier for you, homie. Really am. And after that, another boy came over, started talking about his stuff. I wasn't mad. I was just listening. I'm like, wow, y'all really go through a lot of this. And I'm like, I'm relating to this. And I'm 18 now. I'm relating to this. I'm like, wow. And he was like, and then this girl, like, the girl, she was like, After they left, the little boy they started feeling a little better and started going playing soccer and shit. The little girl came behind me. She was like, thank you. The dude's sister. I don't know if it was his sister or his aunt. I don't even remember. Or cousin. He was like, thank you. She was like, thank you. I'm like, for what? I could not, he would not talk to no one. And I knew what was going on. He just wouldn't talk about it. And he was like, you're the first person he talked to about it. I'm like, huh? And then, and he was like, it seemed, and the girl was like, it seems like everyone likes talking to you for some reason. I was like, I don't know. I'm just me. Like, being goofy and stuff, trying to be goofy and shit still. I don't know. I'm just me. And she was like, that right there. I was like, what? The fact that you're always being yourself, it makes a lot of people comfortable. And you don't judge nobody. I'm like, who am I to judge someone? I'm like, who to judge someone? I was like, like, you can't judge people. That's just sick. Don't get me wrong, we all do it. Let's be honest. But I'm like, you can't judge people. That's really sickening. And then she was like, look, I'm gonna start venting to you. I was like, you might as well go ahead. I'm all ears. I can sit there. I can shut the fuck up and listen. Don't get me wrong. And she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, Zach face, I said, I know my lips actually don't say that. She was like, but thank you. And I'm like, oh, shucks. And then the little kids, they was like, are you Jalen, you gonna come play? I'm like, nah, I come watch though. They're just like, just come on. I'm like, okay. And then I told the girls, like, I'm gonna go hang out with them. I'm gonna go like hang out with them. It was a little hang out with them. Went to hang out with them. Now they just, and everywhere I go, they just following me. They grab, but let's get back on topic. I'm just saying. But since that, I've learned that like my voice can really help a lot of people. Why not use my voice? I'm always using my voice for laughs and giggles. Why can't I do that and help others? That's why that's the true reason why I'm doing this video now. I got more trauma. I'm gonna speak about a lot of stuff. So to see who like relates, so people open up, be more calm about it. You don't have to be. I'm gonna talk a lot of stuff about that this year. Until 17, I never knew you can get a heartbreak from family. I didn't know that. I experienced that too. But I'm like I'm gonna talk about a lot of topics. Y'all give me stuff to talk about, and I'm like, if I'm gonna still talk about the topic, but I'm not gonna explain your situation. I'm gonna explain the situation, but I ain't gonna explain your situation. I ain't gonna say your name either. That shit wrong. I promise. I'm all ears. If y'all need someone to talk to, I'm gonna put my Snap and my Snapchat in the link in the description. I can actually say that now. My Snapchat down there. So y'all can like add me, talk to me. If y'all want somebody to listen, I'm gonna give y'all my numbers on Snapchat. If y'all don't want me just to sit there and listen, you want my advice. I'm still learning. I'm 18. I'm still learning. But I give you as much advice as I can. If you just need someone to talk to, or just someone to shut the fuck up and just listen, I got you. I promise I'm here. We don't need no more people offing themselves. We don't need no more of that. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm like that sick of hearing that. And who am I to say something? I tried to off myself like a couple weeks ago. But I'm learning. I learned that's not cool. I'm learning just like y'all are. I think I don't know if it's a bad thing or not. I think I'm kind of too open. I don't know. I'm like social. I like talking. And to the point where I get tired of hearing my voice, then I stop talking. But that's a conversation for another day too. But back to the situation. Y'all need someone to talk to. I'm here. I'm all ears. I promise you. And I'm not going to do that fucking hun shit, bro. I'm gonna actually sit there and give you my 100% of my attention. I drop a lot of shit. Dead ass. I can be playing the game. You call, text me. I need someone to talk to. My shit done. Dropped. 100% attention. Cause I was talking to somebody this one time. And they said, huh. I keep spitting, I'm sorry. My mouth dry as shit. They said, huh, and I'm like, never mind. I don't want to talk. I know how that feels. So I'm gonna give y'all 100% of my attention. I hope this video can help y'all express more. Even if it's just to me, just talk about it. Don't let stuff. I know we always get told, don't let stuff bottle inside you. Don't let stuff like hold everything in, and then everything explodes. And guys, I promise you, there's people out here that's going to listen, y'all. I promise y'all. Y'all don't need to keep holding shit in, guys. Females too. Or I'm sorry if y'all want to start saying females, I'll say women. Women. Y'all need someone to listen to. I got y'all. I promise y'all. I got y'all. Men, I got y'all. Y'all not alone no more. Stop holding stuff in. It's not okay. It's going to kill you mentally, and you might end up doing it physically in real life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop. We gotta listen to people. We have to. And we gotta start seeing the signs. Because people be throwing fucking signs and nobody be seeing them shits. I promise nobody be seeing them shits. I know a lot of people's not gonna be straight up open. But I'm hoping this video give y'all confidence a little bit. Just to speak a little bit. You don't have to tell the full story. Just to, like, try to see if somebody gonna, like, relate to you, you know? I got y'all. I got y'all. I know it's like not how usually our first video goes. I'm sorry that the video long. I don't know. If you're still here, thank you for listening. You know, if you're gone, I'm not surprised. No cap. I want to thank everyone for the love and support I got on the Snapchat. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my best friend Rock. Rakib, in the shower right now. I want to thank him too. My brothers, Ulysses, Sharon, Dre, Omar. I want to thank all y'all too, because y'all kept me up for a long time. Y'all have kept me going for a long time. I know it's be times where I be ghosting y'all and shit like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I be going Danny Phantom on their ass. Going ghost, dumbass. But I ain't gonna start another thing. I'm gonna make the video longer. It's your boy Jalen. I gotta learn the outro and the intro. The name's Jalen Patrick. Everybody calling me Jalen. Nice to meet you. No, that wasn't it. You said work on it. It's your boy Saturn from N.F.E. If y'all know what N.F.E stands for, not from Earth. No. Hey, I know I got a big ass gap in my mouth. Don't have to say nothing. I know my teeth is going through a divorce. Don't say nothing about it. Nah, just playing. I can go ahead and go crazy if I want to. Ain't going. I think in my next video I'm gonna talk about insecurities.